Hey, how's it going? This is Kyle here from KyleKraft. Yes, I'm back on Minecraft building a village city survival base for you today. Okay, yeah, here's the situation. I've been missing building, I've been missing designing houses, builds, and I've really been missing doing YouTube. So I thought I'd come back, do a little video, see how it goes, and you know, just work for it from there a little bit. I've been building this mansion in my free time for about a month and a half, but I saw this survival base, you know, was getting some, it was vibing. People were enjoying it, and so I had this idea for quite some time to build this little city transformation into a survival base of the default village. So I thought, you know what? Let's rock with it. Let's go for it. Let's build it and make a video here on KyleKraft. Okay, that's the situation. If you haven't noticed yet, by the way, I'm doing this video in the similar style to the Sims house I did, where it's like a podcast style. I don't know, I'm just talking over this the build, which I've already missed a bunch, so we should probably get to it. But what's up? Hopefully you're all good. It's been a while. But yeah, I wanted to build this survival base village city. I know I already said that, but look, take a look. You kind of get the concept. I'm building up the normal houses all into these, you know, kind of like patterns. Not patterns, but skyscrapers. You see that first one with the wood? Okay, that was the first one I did. The idea is to just take them in each building and build kind of like a set default building for that style. And what I mean by that is you can see that, well, I'm transforming it right now, making it a little bit better with the anvils on the side. But you make one design for these little houses, and then you can use them on all the other houses that are included in that village. Because in the default village, they got multiple of that style, that wood style house. Look, you can see in the back right, you see it? And so when you get that one, you can plug it in, and you get those, you know, matching styles for all these different houses, and then boom, you got a city, okay? And it's pretty easy because you can just follow that pattern that you first get, or you can use the pattern I got on screen. Because I worked on this one, I thought it was really sweet, and it worked out pretty well. You can see I got the cobblestone skyscraper in the back. You see the like greenhouse type structures with that glass on top. Looks awesome. And then this one right here is probably my favorite. It's like an apartment style, but you got the wheat underneath, so you got some food. And I almost picture it like a grocery store. You know how some apartment buildings in a city, well, if you don't know, they kind of got that first floor like, you know, just like commercial buildings and then apartments above. And that was the idea. It's almost like a grocery store down below, and then elevated above it is the apartment style with the different floors. And then it's, you know, tiered in that different way where there's the right side is elevated higher. You can see it from this angle too. It's really sweet. I don't know, I thought it was cool, and I like how all the shapes of these buildings turned out. And you'll see it really start to stack up and grow as we move forward. Now look, that's how I mentioned before. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing in the beginning. I think it probably was, but you know, you stick around, you learn more, I guess. Or I don't know what, if we're learning or building. I don't know. Either way, okay? Look at these buildings. They're matching. So you get that one pattern, and then you can repeat it for all the buildings that are in that, you know, village. Same thing here. We got that cobblestone type building, which I'm plugging in now. And so you match that pattern up, and then as it extends throughout the city, and you get multiple of them in, it really comes together and looks sweet. Because, you know, you can have those matching buildings. It's a city kind of structure, and it builds up this skyline, and you just, it's pretty easy in that. I know I keep saying easy. It's, you know, it's a little bit tougher in survival with all the materials and, you know, building on those higher elevations, but it's that similar style, or similar idea where, you know, you get the one pattern, and you know what you're doing, so you can kind of build it over and over and replicate it through to get this massive, awesome city. And so that's what I did. And you can see that building on the left side that I just did that was a little wider. That one, that's based off a library house, because there's different types of houses all throughout. And this one that I'm doing right here is actually, I believe, was originally a library too. But as you see, I'm going real tall with it, because this building is right in the center, and that's where I kind of wanted that skyline to, you know, kind of be. You want that tallest building in the center of the city. It just gives it that proper look. And so that's what you can see I'm going for there, taking it from the different angles. and you got this, you know, tall one in the middle, some of the shorter ones all throughout, and you'll see me layer in some other tall ones and different, you know, sizes all throughout. Like, look at this one. It's second highest for right now, and it's on that edge, and so it tapers off the side. The height tapers off the side and comes back around, and it's in that, you know, kind of replicate that one I just built. We'll build up on the other side over there, along with some other apartment type looking buildings. So yeah, I thought it came together real cool. Again, I mentioned I had this idea for a while. I've actually been wanting to do this for a while, and I think I'll do more, depending on, you know, how everything goes. Especially in a desert. I would love to do one in the desert. I think that'd be sweet, because it'd be in the desert textures too of the desert village. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But you can see right there that I'm doing that matching building, as I mentioned. Similar pattern. It's the same, what's it for? Not, what did I just say? Form? No, what's a template? I think that's the word I'm looking for. You know, you build up these templates for the different style buildings, and then you plug them in. And so you can see that second tallest building, same template as that tallest one. It's just, you can adjust the heights and, you know, customize it to set up this skyline, set up this cool looking build. And so right here, we got a new shaped building where it's the L shape. I think the other, no, I think the one on the right side is more of a T, and these two right here are L's. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, I know this build I'm working on right here and the one below it to the left, those are the same buildings, and so you'll see those be matching in just a bit here. These turned out like apartment style, so it's pure apartments, and almost like what's the word? Where a property owns multiple buildings, they look the same. I don't know. We're getting too complex with it. It's just Minecraft, but that's kind of the idea, and you'll see it kind of come together. In terms of the actual patterns that I'm going for, you want it per floor, right? So you see the windows sectioned up per floor. I went with spruce wood on the interiors for the flooring, and it just levels up, you know, with each floor. You have the same pattern replicated on those different layers. And so on this, the one that I just built on that, well, the one I'm working on is the same thing, but you see the fences lining underneath the stairs, between stairs, on the side right there. That is that's like what the floor level is. And so those buildings, well, both of these buildings, I believe they're the same height. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors. You get the 5 windows. Now look, I left that other one shorter. That's what I thought, because you want to separate those different heights. But you know, so it's got 3 floors and 5 floors, and it's pretty cool in that way, because you actually have these floors that you can plug in everything you need. You know, if you're living with a friend, it's fun to plug in. You know, they can have their own building, they can build up whatever survival needs they need in that building, or they can do other things. Here, I want to mention real quick, you see how I reshaped that one? It was too tall. I dropped it down so the height was more level with the skyline. Also, I love I meant to do it before, but didn't think of it, and so I plugged it on that building, the one in the back that I just finished. We separated. We left that bottom layer lower, and then had it extend up higher in the same building. That's what you'll often see in buildings, so it's a similar idea. This other one I left a little bit shorter, but it's the same style as that spruce favorite building that I built. And it's got just a roof on top of the grocery, like, wheat section. But it's, you know, it's at different height. And then look at the skyline. That's the skyline, basically. And it comes together nicely, shapes up, and looks pretty sweet. I put in some trees, light posts, and now I'm doing the fence all around. You want your fence in, and you can see I went with I wanted a pretty basic but strong looking fence. So I went with the log pillars with just slabs coming across, so you can actually see in when you're down on the floor. And that looks pretty cool with the spruce underneath. It's always kind of difficult adjusting to the different heights, but you definitely want to let it follow the landscape rather than, you know, make a straight line, like cut out and make a straight line. You want it to rise and fall with the, you know, different terrains. But that's the shape. You'll see me putting paths in, the gates. You know, you can close them for protection, light up the area, and it's survival base. Plug in your knees, enchanting tables. You got your food and that kind of thing. But that's the idea, and that's the Village City survival base. Okay, hopefully you thought it was pretty cool. I enjoyed building it. I thought it turned out pretty sweet. But yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one.